Rise and shine. Good morning. Rise and shine. Or good afternoon. Or good evening. Let's get started today. Let's wake up and make up and get started. Running a little slow today, so let's get it started today. We're gonna wake up, make up. Let's get our stuff together. I do need to turn on some more lighting. So let's do that. There we go. What is your weather like today? We have went into fall weather. It is rainy and the leaves of the trees are falling off the trees. We have had really hot summer weather here, and then just the other day it switched to fall, and so now we're about to reach our fall season, and we have the leaves falling off the trees and the weather really starting to take its fall steps. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome in. I'm trying to get my other phone started. So the girl's got to work with two phones. We'll get started this morning. I'm actually a Monday through Friday girl. I kind of work more Monday through Friday, but I need to really spruce up. So, Sundays, I think we're going to be a day going 12 o'clock Sundays on YouTube. Me and you. We're going to wake up and make up this morning, afternoon. Just need to connect one more thing. And we'll get started. We need a little bit more lighting. Hello. Welcome. Hi, Chris. Hi, play with Ram sign. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Is it Sunday? Some people are on other days. Let's see if we can take this case off. I was going to put a caption, but I don't think I will. Hi, Danielle. Daniel. Ram sign. Hello. Thank you. let's get started. Wake up makeup. I really need a new phone. I'm going to work on getting a new phone. Let me take that off. Okay, first makeup product that we're going to use today is our primer. And it is a crime not to prime in the makeup world. And I want to tell you a little bit about primer. It's a good product to use by itself or before your foundation. So we're going to get right into it. Wake up makeup today. First step is you want to make sure that your face is clean. You want to clean your face daily and nightly. Really important to clean your face daily and nightly. And so next step, after you do that, we're going to start with the primer. That's the first makeup product in my makeup bag that I use is a primer. And it's like a clear substance. And you just apply it. Something about primer, I love it. I love using it, this one. I love using it by itself or before my foundation. And I'll tell you why. Primer is going to get out the redness out of your skin. Also, it's like it's going to prime your face before you apply your foundation. So it's going to allow your foundation to set and stay. Some of us have struggles with foundation setting to our skin. That's when you need a primer. A primer is going to come in there and help you out in your makeup needs. It's kind of like a magic trick for makeup. Once you go primer, you kind of like don't want to use makeup without primer. But, you know, that's just because I'm 45 and I wear makeup like 5 times a week. 4 or 5 times a week. I do work in an office. And so I like to wear makeup. And so, yeah, I'm an older woman now. But I just love to wear makeup and, you know, have fun with it. I am from Indiana. Hello, Roman. Hi. Oh, thank you. I have many cats. I do have like 5, 6 cats right now. Thank you, George. This girl's 45. 45, y'all. 45. We're going to pin that. You look like a Persian cat. Pin that message. Okay, we're going to let that set in. We're going to share our outfit of the day today. It's Sunday here. And so, we're wearing a dress. Did not make it to physically church. So we will have church at home, but we will not have church in the building. That makes sense. Okay, we set our primer on. We're going to let that set in before we go and apply our foundation. So we're going to pick our foundation. This season, I've been using the stick. The stick foundation is something that I've been going with using. And so we're going to use the stick today. But we want to let that primer set in before we go in and start doing our makeup work, okay? We want to let that primer really just work, do its magic. I really need to get this 45-year-old girl, some good skincare. I'm very low in my skincare that I have, and so I need to replenish. But I was thinking of maybe I need to go with some other type of skincare because your girl's getting a little older. Sometimes you got to change it up. Don't be afraid to change it up. Okay, we're going to do a stick foundation today, a stick foundation for our makeup look. There are different types of foundation when you're working with makeup. There's spray, there's just different spray, stick, powders, liquid, and knowing what works for you. And then during the seasons, like I like to change up my foundation. And so some nights I want it when I go out for a night evening, I want my liquid foundation. That's the foundation I want. But the stick foundation is something that I've used for the fall season, and it's working really good. So I'm not a big stick foundation girl, but I've been learning to. Okay, wrong brush. I work with the company business of Unique. This is something that I've been doing on the side for 5 years. And, we got to have a little something that we do for ourselves. As me, as an individual, I work a full time job. I put a full time job in. And so sometimes a girl likes to do something for herself. And I also like to teach women and other people about confidence, about healing, um, and how to reset. Your girl's on a big healing journey, and so I don't think you fully heal. You just become a transformer, okay? You just become better at what you do, or it can really, really affect you. You can either go bitter or better between the two. And that's why I like to teach. I want to really preach and teach about healing because it has been my saving grace. Um, I lost my mom. My mom and dad were very sickly people, and so I lost my mom to heart failure. Now my mom just was a very um, wonderful person. She was just this person you could come to talk to, and she would give you a pep talk. She would give you those words of encouragement to carry on your day. And so my mom was faced with many circumstances in this life, and she made it work for what she had to deal with. My mom lived in a lot of pain before the end of her life. My mom was a very sickly woman. And so we hospice cared for my mother. We all came together for hospice care. And then during that time, then after that time, we had a lot of other family members become very sick. And then my husband lost his mother. I lost my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was like the best mother-in-law in the world. I love her, and she was just amazing. She left me with amazing gifts to give to the world, and so that's how and why I keep shining. I remember the lessons, the messages, and the things in this life that the people that have left me, because it's very hard on you when you do lose a loved one, especially a parent. I don't know, a parent and a child are the hardest. But whatever it is that you're going through, I think we all went through a lot together. We all went through a lot together during COVID. That was very, some of us had different um, scenarios of how things were happening. Oh my gosh. There's a squirrel right here by there's a squirrel right here by me. Also, I'm one of those people that attract animals to them. Um, he's sitting right here on the line playing. He's like going across the line. Okay, squirrel. I'll get distracted. So, life, I think, is about learning to heal yourself and to put one foot in front of the other and not to take things so personal, not to make excuses. Like, we are done with that. This is 2025. We are done with excuses, okay? We're done with excuses, okay? This is 2026. We're about to be in 2026. We need to start taking responsibilities for our own actions and things, right? So there's that. But COVID, was a hard time for us. So I think we're all trying to heal a little bit, from things, from life. I have to put my glasses on so I can see. Um, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, George. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. You don't need much listen, makeup. Thank you. I don't. And I don't. Let me tell you. I am proud. I'm very proud of this. Also, when you are around a lot of sickly people, you got to make sure that you take care of yourself. And I'm very proud that I'm 45 years old and I'm not on any medications. Like, I grew up where everybody was on a medication. Like it's like, no, that's not the way. Like, we have natural capabilities in our body to heal itself. And I want to tell you, your girl went 7 months on a a life, life, a lifestyle change. And so what that means, for 7 months, I went on low carb diet change. I needed to lose a little bit of weight. Also, I needed to feel good in my own skin. And also, I have to watch. My mom had a really bad heart. Okay. My dad is a diabetic type 2 who has lost his leg. Okay. He's right now at my house. He's currently taking a nap. And but he lives with my sister. So but my sister had to go out of town. So he's here, but he's doing great. But the mental toll that it took, mental, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all that. I like to talk about that because I think it's important to keep all of those balanced. Um, there are a reason and a rhyme to why I speak the things that I speak and do the things that I do. Um, I am 45 and I'm very proud to say I'm not on any medications. For 7 months, I went on low carb lifestyle change because I needed to lose like 30, 40 pounds. Also, I was feeling like crap. I made a non negotiating deal to myself that I would do 3 walks a week. It's important to make non negotiating goals to ourselves. And I'm a real person. So I'm not just um, I'm not an AI. I'm a human. I'm a real person. I like to remind people like the real stuff in this world because we are surrounded by a lot of fakeness, and then we are also surrounded by the just just a lot of stuff. I mean, you have stuff coming at you all the way around, right? You have to be the one to drown out that noise to keep yourself centered so that you can take care of oneself. Because if you're on these social, like, okay, I've been going to TikTok a little bit because I'm learning, and it got a little overwhelming for me. Everything was coming at me way too fast. I'm like, woo, woo, woo. And it's each platform in socials is different. And it's about building your community, building your foundation. And, not to lose focus on what you want to do and what you're trying to do because there's a lot of toxicity online and stuff, and so it's about evaluating between those. Good morning. Hello. Hi. Hello. And I just want to tell you, when you get out here, it is very scary when you get out here into the real world, not the real world, into the world, because this is the real world. You, right here, center. This is the real world. But when you get out here into the world, you're going to there's going to be obstacles and it's going to be scary and you're going to face things. And that was one of the things, like, I knew that I was going to be taking a step out into the unknown. Also, I need to be cautious and respectful because I do have a family. I'm a married woman. I am a mother of 3 kids. And my kids' health is wealth. And health is wealth. And that comes first. Healthy, happiness, that's priority. In my household, we ask, how was your day? We ask, how are you feeling? Because we are not our feelings, but will feel these feelings. And so remembering and reminding yourself that you are human and we are um, not our feelings, but we feel these feelings because we are human and we have all these feelings. It's just learning how to navigate and use, not let our feelings get to us so that we can accomplish a little more in life. And so for 7 months, I went on a low carb journey style. I immediately quit like bread, chips, coffee. Coffee has been off my palate for a couple of years now. Okay. I am at a natural caffeine girl. Okay. Don't give me any caffeine because then I get a little more hyper. I'm already naturally hyper. I don't need the caffeine in me. Plus, too much caffeine and all that is really hard on your body. It is so hard on your body. A lot, if you are over caffeinated, it can really hurt your heart. Um, it can dehydrate your body, and health is wealth. And so that is why I like to speak things like do. Health is wealth. And sometimes we need to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves because sometimes we overdo it. Right? I don't know. I do. I know. I love potato chips, and I would just sit there and eat endless chips, endless chips, endless chips. And I'm like, mindlessly eating. Like, that is not a good, that's not good for you. And not getting the nutrients and the stuff that we really need in our foods. Health as well. Okay, we're going to do some eyebrows. I like to be a little bold. And so we are going to be a little bold and do our eyebrows. Bold. Sometimes we want to go bold with our, and I'm actually using today, this is a not a color stick. It's a eyeshadow stick. It's actually for your eyeshadow, eyes, but we're using it as a, for our eyebrows. Okay, now we're going to color in our lips. Okay, got our lips colored in. Need to figure out what shade of eyeshadow we're going to go with. Okay, gonna let those dry. Okay. Okay, yes. We have our eyeshadow here. Sorry. We'll get better at this. I'm a little rusty too, but it's really hard. That's what I wanted to say before the squirrel, like, because sometimes you lose your train of thought. Squirrel! We literally had a squirrel outside our window. You'll lose your train of thought. And so when you take the first steps out here into the world, into what you want to do, it's going to be scary. And you've got to just do it scared. I'm telling you, the best things in life happen from doing it scared. Do you remember when you learned how to ride a bicycle? Like, it was scary, right? The first steps are going to be scary in whatever you do. But that is the fuel that fuels you. Let it fuel you. The scared. The scaredy cat can really, like, make you or break you. I just rubbed that across my eyeball. Okay, we're going to take another shade of pink, and we're going to go at the corner here, the ends. I'm going to add some eyeliner. Whew. Kind of messed that up, but we can fix it. Goodness. Okay. My glasses need cleaned. Okay, we are going to do my favorite is mascara and then blush, and then we'll finish with our look. That'll be our completed makeup look for today. And I want to share with you this color stick because it's a great product. It's like a 4-in-1 product. So you can literally use this as a lipstick. I love using it as a lipstick. I also use it for blush and to contour and highlight. You can also use it for eyeshadow. I'll show you. Spruce it up here. Um, it's a 4-in-1. Well, really, it's like a 5-in-1 because you can do so many things with a color stick. So if you're ever in Ulta or in wherever you're at in your beauty store, grab you a color stick because it's going to be a product that you use for multi-uses. It's going to be, you can use it as lipstick. You can use it as blush. You can use it for contour. You can use it for highlighting. And it's like a multi-purpose product all in one. And so your makeup products, you can use them as multi-products. You don't have to just use them as what they're made for. Like today for my eyebrows, I used a eyeshadow stick, and it's just finding what works, what you can bring and work. I would actually love to really do somebody's makeup. Now, I will tell you, I have been raising kids for a long time. my daughter is currently, the last one is a senior this year. She's going to be a senior. And so, a lot of changes are going to be happening. Like, I don't have to do school pickups anymore. I don't have to make sure kids' clothes are out of the washer, in the dryer, or I don't have to make sure dinner's done at a certain time. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to. This is stuff that I have had to do along with. Okay, I'm a working mom. My kids were not gifted a mom who gets to stay at home. Okay, my kids were gifted, a working mom, and so their mom has to put in a full time job plus, come home and be a mom and do her mom stuff. I always wanted to be a stay at home mom. I did. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be one of those stay-at-home moms who got to make the perfect meal and, make sure dinner's done when everybody gets home. When I was home, that's the kind of person I was. Mom, I was making cookies. There's a lot of joys in my life that I feel like I had to let go of. I had to reevaluate my life and let go of some things because it's just not how it works. And so life hands you um, different lessons and messages. And we just have to keep going. And it's about learning. And also, I want to teach others to heal as well. But then sometimes I'm like, I want to be far as away from people as I can be. Oh, you got to learn to reset and take your breaks. I'm a working woman. I do work generally Monday through Friday, and I like to take the weekend off. It's just kind of how I roll. This week is a little different. I am on a stay vacation, and so also I am trying to figure out my schedule that works for me in my life and my working schedule and my makeup schedule. Like, try to have an actual schedule. Like, I have no problem going to work for other people. Like, I'm the bomb.com working for other people. But when it comes to working for myself or working for ourselves, it's a little different. You got to learn how to do things different when you work for yourself. Like, it's different. And so sometimes you got to put the big girl, big panties on, big underwear on, and face it. You just got to face it. I think that's the biggest thing. Being present and facing it. And a lot of people have a lot of problem. There's people who don't know how to be present. Just sitting there, like sitting there, doing nothing is being present. And like, okay, I've had a lot of sick family members in my family. And so sometimes we just have to sit there. It was about just sitting there, being there with their comfort and their need. And sometimes, maybe somebody in your life is something, you're just going to need to be sitting there and being present. That is an amazing gift, to be present. We focus on our past. We look forward to the future. We're like, I can't wait to get there to that future. And then we're like, back in the past, I used to do this, past does not matter. We don't live there anymore. We don't live there in the past no more. And the future, we're not there yet. The only place that we are is right here and right now, and that is in our present form. It is our present form. And so I encourage you, like, if you can just sit and be quiet, like maybe there's going to come a time in your life, a friend of yours or a parent is just going to want you to sit there and be there, not say anything, just sitting there and be present. It's such a gift to be able to do that. And so maybe something in your life will have to force you to be present. And so I challenge you just to sit there and be present and feel the feelings one step at a time, one thought at a time, and don't overthink things, because as humans. We can overcomplicate and overthink things. And so you got to get out of your stinking headset mindset because that'll hold you back. Like we have 50 million things going through this mindset, and you got to be the one to control it and be like, ha, 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 no, 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 no. We are not thinking that. Plus, I want to tell you, I'm in menopause, and menopause makes you think too. It makes you pause. Pause it. I got something to say. But you also have to be cautious in what you're saying out there in the world because people are watching and you don't realize people are watching. Like I don't have sometimes that I feel like I don't have that big support system. I don't want to say this because people will come up to me and say, will tell my husband, like, oh my God, your wife is amazing. I see her lives all the time. And I'm like, I never see them on my lives. I don't know what they're talking about. They may pop in, but they do see you, but you don't know that people are watching. But people are watching you all the time. You have people watching you all the time. Okay. And it's our job as a human. I'm going to take you to human healing soul that I am, um, that we lose focus on, you know, because our mindset. And you got to be the one to control your mindset. And so I like to teach people a little bit a little bit about mindset. On Monday, we talk about mindset on my Facebook. Now, my Facebook, I've been really on Facebook my whole life. I live on Facebook, but Facebook is right in your face. Like Facebook's right in your face. And I've had a lot of bad things, like people stealing business from me, and a lot of bad things that have happened that I have not talked about, that I will not talk about, because that's just the kind of person I am. I have morals, I have respect, I have guidelines, and each and every one of us should have guidelines and morals and boundaries. Is important. You should have that for each and every person in your life. People will take advantage of you. Okay? The nicest people get taken advantage of. My mother was the nicest person, the kindest soul. Okay? She had the worst relationship with men. The worst. Like men cannot get it together. And I don't take this any wrong, but um because there are some really good men out there. There are some really good people out there, but you will have to shift through them, through all the negativity, through all the toxic people. Sometimes you will have to shift through them. Plus, some people are not toxic, they just are so hurt. They are hurting so bad. And they are just trying to get through their day. They are. They are just trying to get through their day. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't take things personally. Sometimes as humans, we take things way too personal. Like, I want to remind you that your mom is a human and she has feelings too. And maybe she had a really bad day. And so just give her some grace and space. Maybe your mom needs a good hug. Maybe she needs a good cry. Maybe she needs a piece of chocolate. Maybe she needs a flower. Um, Maybe she just needs someone to sit and be present. I think it's very hard for some people to be very present. They can go and do all these amazing things. They're great. They're great at doing this. They're great at doing that. And they're great at being this and great at being that. But they're not great at being the most important thing in life, is being present. Because presency is a gift. And if you learn to work with your presence, the universe, the universe is going to work with you. My name's Tiana. Self care is my game. Tiana's my name. I also like to talk a lot about healing. And real life stuff because I have raised 3 humans. Okay. I have amazing kids. I love my kids. Me and my kids were like little besties. Also, sometimes you got to be a parent to them. Like yesterday, my daughter had to learn a big lesson. She had to hear the word no, and she doesn't like the word no. And she gets mad and she's like, well, I don't like the word no because she had to hear the no, no. And it's not very often that the third child gets to hear the word no. And she got upset, but you know what? She understood. Like, she understood the assignment. Like, you got to understand that no's, we need the no's, we need the yeses. They keep us balanced. They keep us, life is about a good balance, and physically, emotionally, and all that. And if you can learn to balance out yourself, you're going to feel really good. And I like to teach people about that. It's just, it's just my calling. It's just, it's just the gifts I've been given. I don't know. But I like to talk about real life stuff. I've been through a lot in my life. Looking at me, people wouldn't realize it. And here's the thing. People are going to judge you no matter what. You got to free yourself of people's judgment. You have got to be the one to free yourself of people's judgment and let that go. Because people are always going to be judging. People always have something to say. And it's my job to let you know that you are rocking it and you're amazing. And I just love to bring people's amazing gifts. I have a gift of bringing other people's gifts to the table. That's just my thing. I love to do. I also am a godly woman. I'm a one of a kind, I like to say. All right. Thank you for joining me today in Wake Up Makeup today. Pretty. We did some pretty makeup today. I do want to go over some words because I am reading my book. It's called it's been a transition learning how to wear glasses too. I'm going to tell you that. Learning how to transition to wear glasses to no glasses has been a transition. Okay, this is a perfect for our Mel Robbins book. We're reading the Let Them Theory. And so because I was afraid of what people would think, who were you afraid of? Mel. Well, that's what she said. This is Mel's book. Mel wrote that for us. My friends, I worried that if I stopped posting photos of my kids and pictures from barbecues and get-togethers with extended family and started posting photos of me speaking at conferences, that people would judge me. Who does she think she is? Who the heck is hiring her to speak? Do you know you can get paid to speak? What does she possibly have to say? What a phony. I tried to post, but I thumb through my photos from the event and select 1 or 2. Then the fear would kick in as I drafted a caption. I would start to feel worried about other people's negative opinions. Does this sound too arrogant? Is this caption professional enough? If I post this, will people unfollow me? Will my friends think I'm full of myself? Should I start a separate account from scratch? I would then convince myself that it wasn't worth it to post. You want to why? Because I burned through so much energy trying to craft the perfect, most compelling, and marketable image and caption, something that would have promote me and ensure that no one would think a negative thought, that I exhausted myself. It was the stupid fear that kept me from marketing my business, something I wanted to make my full-time career. I gave other people's opinions more weight and importance than my own ability to get ahead in life. Talk about giving your power away. If that's not a powerful statement for me, because I worked two jobs at one time. Okay. We work really hard. Some of us. Okay. A lot of people work really hard, but it doesn't have to be like that, you know? But sometimes we will have to work hard to get us to the next level, to the other level that we're going to get to. I stop myself from taking action. Has there been any time in your life where you're like, want to go through something, want to go for something, and then your fear sets in and holds you back? You're like, if my mindset gets to fearing and thinking too much, I will psych myself out. I'll be like, oh no, never mind. There have been times where I want to do a live, and then I would be like, no, no, no. I would psych myself out from doing the live. It was fear. It was just that fear. It stops you from taking action that would help achieve your goals, help you make more money, get out of debt, be able to buy nice things for the kids. We all struggle with some point in fear. It just comes from putting yourself out there. There's going to come a time where you just got to do it. Do it scared. You got to that's how you face the fear, is doing it scared. Whether it's your business, your art, your music, your videos, your posting. If you're censoring yourself, it's because you fear people's opinions. And this is the same reason why you don't speak up at meetings. Online, you're afraid to look bad, and at work, you're afraid to sound bad. You're afraid of what other people will think if they see the real you. Every time you edit what you post or stay silent in class or at work or hide in the back of the group photo, you are engaging in self-rejection. You're the one telling yourself that you're not good enough. The constant questioning, editing, deleting, overthinking, and asking other people, does this look good? Only magnifies your self-doubt. And you want to know the crazy part? You're doing it to yourself. Mel did it. I did it. A train of women. We all do it. Men, we all do it fear gets in there and starts thinking, fear's like the little devil, the little unspoken devil. You have zero control over someone else's opinion of you. Therefore, fearing what people think and trying to control their thoughts is a complete waste of time. It's a radical, beautiful ideal that will unlock your confidence, free your self expression, captivate your whole new chapter of your life. Give people the freedom to think something negative about you. Let them. It not only works, it's science. You, I'm going to end this with this. You will never feel in control of your life, your feelings, your thoughts, your actions until you stop being consumed with or trying to control what other people think about you. It's not our job to know what other people think about us. We don't care. I will say it again. Adults will have negative opinions about you no matter what you do, because adults are allowed to think whatever they want. It's a physical and neurological impossible for you to control what someone else thinks. The average human being has about 70,000 thoughts through the day, running through our mindset, running through the day. Most of which are random and cannot be controlled, which is why it's ludicrous to waste any of your energy worrying about what other people think or trying to change what they think. Is that not powerful for us to really evaluate and think about, to get ourselves let them theory? Because sometimes we hold ourselves back. Let them theory. It's two simple words that will change how you think about your entire life. If you're struggling to achieve your goals or feel a little happier, the problem isn't you. The problem is the power you give to other people. You're going to learn two powerful words. Let them. Can set you free from your opinions, drama, and judgment of others. Free from the exhausting cycle of trying to manage everything and everyone around you. There is a better way to live. The let them theory is a proven method that teaches you how to protect your time and energy and focus on what matters to you. You spent too long chasing approval, manages other people's happiness, and letting the opinions hold you back. Learn how to step giving the power away and start creating a life where you come first. Your dreams, your goals, your happiness. Let them is a simple tool that millions of people around the world can't stop talking about because it works. The fastest way to take control of your life is to stop trying to control other people and focus on what you can control, yourself. By letting other people live their lives, you finally get to live yours. And that is about the powerful book of Mel Robbins, best-selling author Mel Robbins, and life-changing tool called Let Them Theory. And she has really been changing this girl, really been with Mel Robbins lately. And so powerful, powerful stuff in this book. Good morning, bestie. Happy Sunday. I almost forgot what day it was. My mind is like, Okay, we woke up in makeup today. Oh, I want to. Oh, I'm going to do the headband today. So we'll do the headband today, but I was going to use these little, I love these. And I haven't used these in quite some time, so I was going to use them to put up my hair. I use these all the time. When I worked in the restaurant business, I would use these to have my hair back, and then I would clip it. And so I'm gonna tell you what, you learn a lot about people and about, you have just a lot when you serve in the industry, when you work in the food industry, you learn a lot. And so have some grace and space with those people that are cooking our food and doing things, those people, they don't make very much money as it is, okay? And a lot of them are working two jobs. Did you know that? Like a lot of people that work in the food business service, they do, some people work as a server. You can't just work one serving job. You got to work multiple serving jobs. And so I think that's what kind of helped me to promote me to where I am today, where I can speak to people and just put myself out there, is because I have worked in the restaurant business, serving people, and I did that for a very long time. And actually, I worked two jobs, and I put in a full time job. I worked Monday through Friday, and then I worked a part time job that was kind of like a full time job, but I worked a part time job um, that I loved. I miss it. It was family, and we loved it, and it was a great atmosphere. It's probably, you have, like, what was your best job that you had? The best job I had was sometimes it was like doing less and like working with the community and serving others. That was the best. Um, but you remember those because it led you to be the person that you are today. I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Plus, I'm, still learning. We're still growing into this person that we are becoming. Um, don't give up on you. The goal is not to give up on you. You got to be your own best friend sometimes. And sometimes you just got to reset, reevaluate, take a step back and figure out what truly matters. You know, sometimes we can get our mindset can control some things in our minds and really take us out of what is important. So, challenge you to reevaluate. Don't be afraid to reevaluate, reset, and rethink. And if you don't know what to do, go take a walk and move your body. We move our body around here. And I want to tell you about this because as I'm moving my body, okay, because it's important to move your body. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your girl's on a healing journey, okay, from a lot of things. She's healing herself. Stuff gets stored in our body. It gets stored in our bellies. It gets stored in our throat chakra. It gets stored and stuck. And it's important to walk it out, free it out, move your body, okay? It's important to really move that body. You've got to get it activated, and it's really going to change. I'm telling you, I like to change people's mindsets. I like to change people's lives, and one step at a time, okay? And this is going to help you regulate your body, help you to get a different mindset. Sometimes we are in our parents' mindsets. Sometimes we're in our friends' mindsets. Where's your mindset? Remember that you have your own mindset, okay? And I like to teach people this because, sometimes it gets ugly in our mindset, and we got to take a walk, and we got to feed it, and we got to take a rest. And I want to remind you that you are amazing, okay? And I'm here to bring out your amazingness, okay? I like to do that. And I like to remind people not to give up on themselves, okay? We're all in this together, okay? You're amazing. Thank you for being here. And we've been here for an hour. We've been here for an hour. So I will say on Sundays, 12 o'clock. I'm going to write it down because I'm going to learn to pick a schedule for myself this week because I don't want to be overwhelmed, right? And I do work Facebook. I work YouTube. I am learning TikTok. And so my YouTube channel is a lot about healing and moving our body, and getting ourselves out of that stuck mindset mood. I know I get stuck in things. There's a lot of us that are going through a lot. Life is hard. Like, we're moms, we're women of the family, we're dads, we're taking care of everybody, we're barely catching a breath. You got to remind yourself to take care of you. You got to remind yourself that you are human and you can only do so much, right? And it's about health as well. And so your girl is about health is wealth, you know? Health is wealth. And as you get older, less is best. You don't need all the mojo stuff. Less is best. Less is best. You realize that less is best. And so, thank you all for joining me. Have an amazing week, and I wish you all an amazing week. And I'll see you next Sunday. If I pick another day for YouTube, because I'm currently on Facebook and on YouTube right now. And so, YouTube, 12 o'clock, makeup, self-care talk, mindset talk, every Sunday, 12 o'clock. Have a great day, and thank you for joining me. Hello? Someone told me I look like a, what do you call it,